चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे श्री कृष्ण तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतारा मौसम पतित प्रभु ना पाइबे आरा आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा वाला कन करो आमी बड़ो दुखी दया कर सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा भले पाय चैतन्य निताय स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट्ट युगा श्री जेवा प्रभु लोकनाथ दया कर श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो रामचंद्र संग मागे नरोत्तम दासा रामचंद्र संग मागे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री कृष्ण कविराज गोस्वामी की श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Welcome all of you for the Chaitanya Charitamrita 12th chapter 169 verse number. So we completed the Gundica Mandir Marjanam. After that, the devotees take a bath and they join for prasadam. Oh, before that, yeah, correct. This is one, no? Yeah, now this part is, we will read the 168 and then go to 169. Uh-huh. सर्वज्ञ प्रभु जाने न यारे से भाया तारे तारे से ही देवयाय स्वरूप द्वाराय. See, Lord Chaitanya is in the heart of everybody as Krishna, super soul. So he knew each person liked certain items. Somebody likes, what is it? Sweet dahi, mishti dahi. So that devotee likes more. So when they are giving Mahaprasad to everybody, Lord will inspire the server that gives the mishti dahi to that particular devotee. Somebody likes Srikhand very much. So then they will give Srikhand to the devotee. And the devotee will wonder, hey, how I got the exact item I like the most. Because we all have our likings, no? Say, I keep 3 sweets and tell you, take one. You want Son Papadi, Mishti Dahi, or Srikhand? Which one you will take? Which one you will take? Only one is allowed out of 3. Which one? Mishti Dahi. You will take which one? Son Papadi. You? Son Papadi, right now? Everybody is fond of Son Papadi. Okay. So Mahaprabhu is in your heart. You may not spell it out, but because he knows what you like, exactly that item was served in the plate of that devotee through Swarup Damodar. So Swarup Damodar was delivering preparations to each devotee, but Mahaprabhu was inspiring Swarup Damodar to serve that item which will be liked by that devotee, either he says. Jagadananda Bedaya Pariveshana Karite Prabhura Pate Bhala Dravya Dena Achambite. Yeah.
Jagadananda went to distribute prasadam and suddenly he placed all the first class preparations on the plate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah. Yadyapi dile Prabhu tare kare na rosha Bale chale tabu dena dile se santosha. Yeah.
When such nice prasadam was put on the plate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord was outwardly very angry. Nonetheless, when the preparations were placed on his plate, sometimes by tricks and sometimes by force, the Lord was satisfied.
So Lord was outwardly angry, internally pleased. Because why he was outwardly angry? Because he's sannyasi. So sannyasi has to set the example and standard for everybody else. Otherwise people will say, look at this sannyasi, he's eating like anything. People would say. At the same time, internally he was pleased. Why? Because he is non-different from Krishna. He is Jagannath, and Jagannath eats chapan bhog. For him these items are naturally very delicious, tasty. In the spiritual world, there is no limitation of your belly. There is no limitation that, you can only eat this much. Such limitations are only there in material world. So, Lord can eat chapan bhog very comfortably. 56 different type of items. So therefore, internally Lord was pleased that devotees are coming and offering me such nice varieties of prasad, which Krishna would like to eat with his friends in Vrindavan at the bank of Yamuna. So Lord was internally pleased, externally angry. Punarapi sei dravya kare nirikshana Tara bhaye prabhu kichu kare na bhakshana. Yeah.
When the food was thus delivered, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at it for some time. Being afraid of Jagadananda, he finally ate something.
Yeah, Mahaprabhu could not deny. So why he was afraid of Jagadananda? In Chaitanya Lila, Jagadananda, one who is coming as Jagadananda, is actually Satyabhama in Krishna Lila, isn't it? So Krishna used to fear Satyabhama, and that fear is also not an ordinary type of fear in the material world. Actually, Jagadananda had a habit of wanting to comfort the Lord by giving him, scented oils for applying on the body, And Mahaprabhu would reject it to Govinda and say that I am a sannyasi, how can I apply scented oils? Why don't you ask Jagadananda to give this oil to Lord Jagannath for the lamp, isn't it? So as soon as Jagadananda heard it, he threw the pot down to the ground saying that, I never wanted to give this. So in this way, another time Jagadananda wanted to make a thick cushion bed for Mahaprabhu to lie on the night time, because Mahaprabhu jumps up and down, falls on the floor. So he felt Mahaprabhu's bones may pain. So let him have a very nice comfortable bed. But Mahaprabhu refused to accept. He said sannyasi should sleep on the floor or at the most on a flat mat. How can he have a cushioned bed? So in this way Jagadananda would fast for 3 days or 5 days. He wouldn't eat anything. So Mahaprabhu became very worried. If he doesn't eat like this, he will become very skinny. What to do? So once Mahaprabhu sent a message to Jagadananda, I want to eat from your hands. Please cook some nice prasad and give me. Then Jagadananda became very enthusiastic. And he cooked a lot of varieties of prasad, and Mahaprabhu went to his place. Jagadananda put a lot of prasad on his banana leaf. So much huge. Mahaprabhu was afraid. He thought that if I don't eat, Jagadananda will become upset. So Mahaprabhu ate everything. And Mahaprabhu told him, Jagadananda, now you eat. Jagadananda said, no, I will have to serve all the devotees first. And Mahaprabhu wanted to check whether he is breaking the fast or not. Of course, after feeding all the devotees, Jagadananda broke the fast after 3-4 days. Because he became happy that Mahaprabhu ate what I cooked. He became very happy. So this is like a little strong tendency of Jagadananda, very similar to the strong tendency of Satyabhama. Unlike Rukmini. Rukmini has a soft nature and Satyabhama has a strong nature. These are all different natures in the spiritual world. And Lord likes to have different type of devotees serve Him in the spiritual world with different rasas. Just like when you sometimes eat a mild prasadam, like you have seen health khichdi? Or have you seen non-spicy dal? You eaten? Non-spicy dal or non-spicy sabji. It's too simple for some people. People saying, what is this? Chava, 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 chava. It's no taste. But sometimes the khichdi is made very simple, very less salt in some places. So people feel salt is less and khichdi is too simple. Mung dal khichdi, very simple. So, but if you have somebody serves you achar, achar means pickles. Then as soon as you mix pickles with the khichdi and take, then a person says, now it's great. So similarly, Rukmini is like khichdi, simple khichdi, and Satyabhama is like pickles. Strong nature. So Lord likes to enjoy the different natures of devotees. In fact, Lord tried to instigate Rukmini once, and we wanted her to behave like Satyabhama strongly. So Lord started teasing Rukmini, saying that, Rukmini, why did you marry me? You see, I am simply a coward boy. But there are many highly qualified people like Shishupal, and they are great kings. They own vast lands. They are very chivalrous. Now, I ran away from the battle where Jarasandha chased after me, and I am simply a coward boy. So many things Krishna said. And even now it's not late, Rukmini, you can consider marrying someone. As soon as he said that, Rukmini was fanning. What happened to her? She fell to the ground unconscious, and the charmer fell off. Krishna was shocked. He immediately extended his 2 extra hands and caught Rukmini and lifted her up and sprinkled water on her face. He thought, I wanted Rukmini to behave like Satyabhama. Rather, instead of becoming angry, due to her softness, she just fell unconscious. So he was amazed by that. So in this way, you will find Rukmini's behavior is on the extreme soft side. Satyabhama's behavior is on the stronger side. Jagadananda is Satyabhama in Krishna Lila. So therefore the Lord thought, Jagadananda is serving, if I don't eat, he will become upset. So Mahaprabhu ate. Na khaile Jagadananda karibe upavasa. Tara age kichu khana mane itrasa. Yeah.
The Lord knew that if he did not eat the food offered by Jagadananda, Jagadananda would certainly fast. Being afraid of this, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate some of the prasadam he offered.
Swarupa Gosai Bhala Mishta Prasadalaya प्रभु के निवेदना करे आगे दंडाया, प्रभु के निवेदना करे आगे दांडाया, दांडाया. Yeah, okay. Read that.
Swarup Damodar Goswami then brought some excellent sweetmeats and standing before the Lord offered them to him.
यही महाप्रसाद अल्पकर आस्वादन, देख जगन्नाथ कैचे कार्याचेन भोजन. Yeah.
Swarup Damodar Goswami then said, just take a little of this Mahaprasadam and see how it is that Lord Jagannath has accepted it.
This is a trick to, because by reminding him of Jagannath, he is increasing the impetus for Mahaprabhu to eat. Because Mahaprabhu is more concerned about who eating? Jagannath eating. So do you really want to check how does it taste, what Jagannath has eaten? So in the mood of Radharani, what Mahaprabhu will say? Oh, because she is waiting now after Krishna finishes in the Bhogarati we sing, no? Then Dhanishta goes and brings the prasad, and then Lalita Vishaka, correct, no? Radharani shares with them and she takes the Maha prasad. After Krishna has eaten, she will take the. So the same manner, Swarup Damodar is very intelligent. Because who is Swarup Damodar? Lalita Saki. And Ramanandra is Vishaka Saki. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani's mood, correct, no? So therefore, just like Lalita takes the Mahaplate of Krishna and then gives to Radharani, in the same mood, he is telling that, would you like to see what Jagannath has accepted it? You would like to see. ये तबले आगे किचु करे समर्पण, तारे स्नेह प्रभु किचु करे न भोजना. Yeah.
Upon saying this, Swarup Damodar Goswami placed some food before the Lord, and the Lord, out of affection, ate it.
This is a trick. Therefore, earlier it was mentioned, some people served him prasad by trick. You saw that earlier it was written? This is a trick. Correct, no? Because you know, like Prabhupada employed one trick, I'll tell you. His one is Giriraj Maharaja's mother and father had come and they were worried that whether Giriraj Das Brahmacharya in those days, whether he's eating properly or not. Mother was weeping. Prabhupada asked father, Giriraj Swami's father, why she is weeping? Said, she is very worried that, whether my son is a brahmachari in temple now, is he eating well or not? Prabhupada told one devotee, go and bring a dozen rasagullas, correct, no? So then he fed Giriraj Swami many rasagullas. He ate it. And Prabhupada said, see what your son is eating in the temple, very healthy. We feed our people in a very healthy manner. Then he gave to father, he accepted. When he gave to mother, she didn't accept. She was just taking the kerchief and wiping her tears. She wouldn't take. So Prabhupada told her, do you know it has high protein? He said. As soon as she heard it, what she said? Immediately she took it. In America, people always see the content. With high protein, so she took it. So Prabhupada knew what to say which will inspire her to accept it and eat it. So generally the outside people, for them what is very important? The composition, content. So he said protein is there. Similarly for Mahaprabhu, if you want to make him eat, what you have to say? Jagannath has tasted it. If Jagannath has tasted it, how can I say no? Please bring it here. Then he would accept. In this way, by affection, by trick, Swarup Damodar fed him. Yehi matadu yijana kare bara bara. Vichitra yehi dui bhaktera sneha vyavahara. These two fellows, Jagadanath Pandit and Swarup Damodar, bar means what? Again and again they are feeding. Vichitra yehi dui bhaktera sneha vyavahara. These people's affectionate dealing with Mahaprabhu is very peculiar and very astonishing, he is saying. They behaved so affectionately with the Lord. This was very, very uncommon. Again and again they could feed the Lord so much quantity of prasad. Sarvabhaume, like one example I'll tell you. When he was in Calcutta, His Grace Janani Prabhu agreed to come to our IIT Kharagpur Voice Center. First time he was coming. So at that time, our Anangamohan Prabhu, he asked the devotees to get this what do you call sitafal? You know sitafal? Yeah. Actually, sitafal is very difficult to open because fal is easy to open. There is seed inside every this thing. The pulp is around the seed. So you have to take out and remove seed, remove seed, remove seed. It takes a lot of time. Sarang Manpu spent practically a couple of hours removing the seeds and everything and made very nice vati, some 2-3 vatis of sitafal ready in IIT. He had kept it ready. So when Prabhu came there, he gave the vati to Prabhu because that was his favorite. He likes it very much. So Prabhuji accepted the sitafal. Then he wanted to wash the hand. He said, Prabhu, one more. He said. And Prabhu said, no, already I have taken this very heavy fruit. How can I take one more? He said, Prabhu, these are all devotees who are meeting you for the first time. And with so much love they have opened the sitafal and made it ready for you. And they are lovingly requesting you to take it. He said, oh really? I don't want to discourage these devotees. Please give it. And he took it. Then Prabhuji finished the second bowl. And then he was about to wash the hand. Prabhu, this is a devotee from Calcutta I have brought for you. So in this way, affectionately when somebody gives you, it's difficult to say no. That's how both Jagadananda and Swarup Damodar knew the art of affectionately feeding Mahaprabhu. You will see that in the homes also. When you have somebody very dear, like I used to go to home once in a year in those days for 2-3 days or something like that. So when we would sit, my mother and sisters would serve prasad, My Lord, they would make so many items they would make, and they would put a big banana leaf and they would serve. Sutta Goswami would come with me, yeah, and they will bring this dosa or different items when they would bring. They would keep on putting again and again and again, and he would feel shy to tell them no. I said, if you don't say no, they'll keep putting. So generally you will see wherever there is affection, you also feel difficulty to say no. So therefore, everybody knew the people who can serve Mahaprabhu best is who? Sarva Damodar and Jagadananda on either side. And anybody would be amazed how they are able to make Mahaprabhu take so much. If somebody else was serving, if you are told no. Sarvabhome Prabhu Vasa Sarvabhome Prabhu Vasana Chena Vama Pashe Vasana. Vasana Chena. Dui Bhaktera Sneha Deki Sarvabhauma Hase. Yeah. See, Bhashyachen we say, no? Similarly, Vasanachen. Yeah. So, Lord made Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sit on his left side. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saw the behavior of Swarup Damodar and Jagadananda, he smiled. He understood. These are intelligent fellows. Sarvabhaume Dhyana Prabhu Prasada Uttama Sneha Kari Bara Bara Karana Bhojana. Yeah?
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also wanted to offer Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya first class food. Therefore, out of affection, he had the servers put first class food on his plate again and again.
Gopinatha Acharya Uttama Mahaprasadani Sarvabhaume Diya Kahe Sumadhuravani. See, there are special people to serve special devotees, isn't it? So, who is serving Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? Gopinatha Acharya. Very sweet voice is speaking. And it is Gopinatha Acharya who led the transformation of the heart in the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya heart by connecting him to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So naturally there is affection. So with great affection he is feeding. Yeah, so he brought first class food and offered to Bhattacharya while speaking sweet words. Kaha Bhattacharyera Purva Jada Vyavahara Kaha Yei Paramananda Karaha Vichara. Yeah.
After serving the Bhattacharya with first class prasadam, Gopinath Acharya said, just consider what the Bhattacharya's previous mundane behavior was. Just consider how at present he is enjoying transcendental bliss.
And then Prabhupada is saying here in the purport, previously he was a Smartha Brahmana, one who strictly follows the Vedic principles on the mundane platform. There a person cannot believe prasadam is transcendental, that Govinda is the original form of Supreme Lord, or that Vaishnava is a liberated person. All these things one doesn't know at that time. These transcendental considerations are out of ordinary Vedic scholars' jurisdiction. They can't understand. Ordinary Vedic scholars, they have blunt consciousness. Most Vedic scholars are called Vedantis. The so-called followers of Vedanta philosophy consider absolute truth to be impersonal, he says. So therefore, they think that if a particular person is born in a particular caste, he cannot change his caste unless he dies and takes rebirth. They think like this. The Smarta Brahmanas also reject the fact that Mahaprasadam offered to Lord is transcendental and materially uncontaminated. So, Bhattacharya was subject to all these rules and regulations of the Vedic principles on the mundane platform. Now, Gopinath Acharya pointed out how Bhattacharya had been converted by the costless mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being converted, Bhattacharya took prasadam with the Vaishnavas. Indeed, he sat by the side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Bhattacharya is certainly very advanced in Vaishnava principles now, taking prasadam with devotees and jubilantly smiling and appreciating the way lovingly devotees are serving prasadam. All these transformations have come in him. Sarvabhauma kahe ami tarkika kubuddhi Tumara prasade mora ye sampat siddhi.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied to Gopinath Acharya, I was simply a less intelligent logician, but by your grace, I have received this opulence of perfection.
How humble he is. He is recognizing Gopinath Acharya as the one who gave him the perfection of Krishna consciousness. So in this way, very sweet dealings are happening. Mahaprabhu vina keha nahi dayamay kakere garuda kare aiche kon haya. Yeah.
But for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, who is so merciful? Who is so merciful? He has converted a crow into a Garuda. Who could be so merciful?
So crow is an ordinary bird, but Garuda is a servant of the Lord. So he made me a servant of the Supreme Lord. I am so blessed. Tarkika strigala sange bheu kari Say mukhe ye besada kahi Krishna Hari.
In the association of the jackals, known as logicians, I simply continued to bark as a resounding bheu bheu. Now from the same mouth I am chanting the holy names Krishna and Hari.
Hari Bol, beautiful verse. Kaha bahir mukha tarkika shishya gana sange Kaha ye sanga sudha samudra tarange. Yeah.
Whereas I once associated with the disciples of logic, all non-devotees, I am now immersed in the waves of the nectarian ocean of the association of devotees.
Read it.
As Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains, the word Bahirmukha refers to a person who is very busy tasting material enjoyment. Such a person always poses himself as an enjoyer of the external energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Being attracted by external opulence, the non-devotee always forgets his intimate relationship with Krishna. Such a person does not like the idea of becoming Krishna conscious.
So he quotes the verse, Matirna Krishne Paratosvatova. Who said this verse? Prahlad told his father that people who are materialistic, and they cannot become Krishna conscious on their own, even by joint conferences with others, they will never take it because they will have uncontrolled senses, Adanta Gobir, and they are heading towards hell due to their sinful activities. And they keep on chewing the chewed, and doing this eating, sleeping, mating, defending, in same thing they engage. And such people who do not know what is their ultimate self-interest, which is Krishna consciousness, what they should do, they are like a blind man led by the blind, all falling into the ditch. This is what Prahlad said. So, Prabhupada saying that materialists are overly attracted to the material body, material world, and material enjoyment. See, three things he says: material body, material world, and material enjoyment. Krishna Bhogavrati. Who cannot control material senses, or carried to the darkest regions, which means hell. Such people cannot become Krishna conscious by themselves or by congregational effort. Yeah. The human life is especially meant for self-realization. Yeah. And to set aside the propensity for sense gratification. Yeah. So a materialistic person considers himself free to act as he likes. He doesn't know that he is rigidly controlled by the stringent laws of nature. Nor does he know that he has to transmigrate from one body to another. Prabhupada gives an example. There are many people who say Ford, he went from a beggar to a billionaire. Just see, people appreciate that material progress of making a big money in one lifetime. But Prabhupada is asking, how long will this money last with him? Down the line, 20, 30 years, he will be gone. And Prabhupada says, not only with Ford, with any rich man in this world. Now he is a rich man, but he can be a dog in some country elsewhere. So these materialistic successes don't remain with you. Such people perpetually rot in material existence, he says. Such rascals and foolish people are allured by the praise of their foolish leaders for sense gratification, like that. Prabhupada writing. Yeah. One needs Shastra Chakshu to see the truth. Those who don't take spiritual instructions, they become Bahirmukha, they become, he says. Prabhu kahe purve siddha Krishne tamara priti tama sange ama savara haila Krishne mati. Yeah.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, from your previous birth, you have been in Krishna consciousness. Thus, you love Krishna so much that simply by your association, we are all developing Krishna consciousness.
See, dadati pratigrinati, mukhyamakhyati, that we say, dadati pratigrinati, guhyamakhyati prachati, bhungte, bhojete chaiva, shadvidam, priti lakshanam. So, this priti lakshanam, 6 items are given in the Upadeshamrita. Now, here you find the Jagannath Prasad is brought and being served. Two points I wanted to say. One is about serving more than what a person wants. Actually, Prabhupada also used to tell devotees, give him more sweet rice, give him more halwa, give him one more gulab jamun. Like that Prabhupada would tell the devotees. And that devotee will be laughing and say, no, Prabhupada, I already finished 4 Prabhupada. Oh, you can take one more 5, no problem. Take it. And then the devotee says, thank you Prabhupada, and then he would accept. When they would give like that. So, this kind of giving a little push to a devotee to accept extra prasad, it creates a very loving situation between the server and the served. Correct, no? Actually, the one who is being served is feeling a little shy to take more. But the server is giving a little push to give him confidence. No, I know very well you like it very much, you please take it. And then the person who is served is also ready to accept, thankfully. Like one time when I had gone in Bombay to one house with my special master, few of us, 4 or 5 of us went, we were all taking prasad. So they had made very nice sweet rice, delicious sweet rice. They had served in the vati. So somewhere in the middle of the prasadam time only I had finished it. So when they again brought sweet rice, again they put second time. One vati full they put. So that time I was saying, oh enough, I already taken one vati. I said, enough, And my Maharaj was just sitting here. I was sitting next to Maharaj and then 3 more devotees were sitting. So after the prasad was over, Maharaj said, Radheshyam, I know very well you like sweet rice very much. Maharaj said. I asked Maharaj, how do you know Maharaj? He said, you are doing your hand like this. Enough, you are saying. If a person actually says enough means what? How will he say? He will take away the vati and say, no, I finished. If you put now, I won't be able to eat. And beyond that, should you push? No. So in Vaishnava serving, you will see that, you will clearly know, if you give a little push, if the person is accepting, what does that mean? He wants it. He likes it, but he's feeling shy to ask it. Like in marriages and all, people will say, what is this? In South India they call paisam, they call it paisam. You know paisam? What is it made up of? Mung dal? Mung dal and it's good. Yeah, what do you call that? Good. Jaggery, yeah. Mung dal and jaggery, you make payasam. So after prasad is over, if somebody wants payasam, what they will say? What is this? You are not serving payasam? They want payasam, please bring. What does that mean? After if you give those two people and go away, they naturally are supposed to give him also when asked. But people generally will not ask for themselves. This is culture. Like you go to somebody's house and say, you are just entering the house and you ask them, can I sit here? What, sit here? This whole house is yours only. In India, people will say that. You have seen that? This whole house is yours only. Is it really true? You know it is his house, but why they say like that? To make you comfortable. Actually, it fills your heart when people speak like that. And people say, no, you don't have to even ask me where you should sit. This whole house is yours. You can sit wherever you like, you can sit. Like that people say. So in the same manner, when you want, if you say, hey, I already finished one round of payasam, you bring me more. I am very fond of payasam, and you say, then there is no love. But if you say, hey, please serve them payasam, please serve payasam, and they will say, no, we have also taken. They will say, no, you take. One more you take, and there is an exchange of love. And then the person server is wondering whether I should give him or not. And they too will tell, what they will tell? Hey, unko bhi dena, we want company. Now you are taking, so we will also. See, you are able to see how the love is exchanged between the devotees. You can see that. So this is actually there in Indian culture also, you can see that. At the same time, if a person has finished, some intelligent people, what they will fold this thing, what do you call it? The banana leaf. Completely, they're holding in the hand and waiting for the whole pankti to get over. Will you forcibly open and put it? You won't do it. No, you know that they're finished now. Now the stomach is full now. They can't eat anymore. Then you don't force it. Even if they have a glass, you don't pour the sweet rice or something more without asking them. So in this way, the culture of love between Vaishnavas is very balanced and reasonable. There is no overfeeding and there is no underfeeding. What they can take. At the same time, the goal is, Priti Lakshana. This is about serving, I want to say. And the second thing I want to say, if we simply follow these procedures given in the scriptures, like you give a gift, you accept a gift, you feed prasad, you accept prasad, and you reveal your mind in confidence. You hear their understanding and response in confidence. These things definitely develop Priti Lakshana between devotees. Like here, how the Priti Lakshana is developing, scientifically you can understand it. Here, how? First of all, as soon as Mahaprabhu was very lovingly served by Swarup Damodar and Jagadananda, who watched it? And he is a great logician before, he is very intelligent, and he is watching and laughing himself. Hey, these guys are tricking Mahaprabhu. Just because Mahaprabhu loves Jagannath so much, using Jagannath's name they are going on feeding. So he is laughing. And Mahaprabhu also is showing him love. Who? Bhattacharya, by asking him to sit right next to him. See, if you are calling somebody to sit with you, that means it's a sign of affection. You can always tell people, hey, please put some sitting place for him, let him sit there, eat and go. No, come here, you sit with me. You also join. That means you are important for me. And there are many other people here, but you are also very important for me. I want you here. So it's giving him a sitting place. It's a sign of affection. And then Mahaprabhu is also telling the devotees to feed him well. He told to whom? So Gopinath Acharya. And choosing Gopinath Acharya to serve him is also a sign of love, because they both have a very sweet relationship. Brother-in-law, no? And they both have a very sweet tussle also. So then he is serving prasad. That's another method of exchanging love. Now comes the real thing, where Gopinath Acharya is glorifying Bhattacharya having had a transformation of heart. And Bhattacharya is humbly presenting himself that I am not a very qualified Vaishnava, you made me a devotee or whatever. He says, I was actually a great logician and everything, but then, it is by your mercy that Mahaprabhu delivered me and things like that. And then Mahaprabhu is saying, no, don't tell me that I delivered you. You were already devotee in your past life. And now you are born here to again manifest your devotional service and then inspire all of us by your association. So is Mahaprabhu taking credit for delivering Bhattacharya? Yes. I spoke the Atma Rama verse 63 meanings, and you were clean bold. I know you are a Sanskrit scholar, I cut your nose, therefore you became devotee. Did he say that? He didn't say that. So he gave the credit of Bhattacharya becoming devotee to whom? To Bhattacharya only. You are already a devotee and we are getting your association, like the Mahaprabhu is saying. And Bhattacharya, is he taking credit himself? That, who else would have delivered me other than Lord himself, like Mahaprabhu? He didn't say, Gopinath Acharya, you couldn't do anything to me. No, he didn't say that. He said, Gopinath Acharya, it's you, because of you I became devotee. So here comes a very important point. If Vaishnavas actually speak in a self-deprecating way, self-deprecating means putting down oneself and praising others. When they speak like that is where the love arises in the heart of both. It's a very amazing thing. So now you may say, Prabhu, if he's putting down himself, how love arises? That is Krishna conscious mechanism. When one talks oneself to be low, like he says, our Sanatana Goswami, when he fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu, said, Nicha jati, nicha sangi, patita adhama. He says, I am a nicha jati and my associations are all very horrible. Nicha sangi. Patita, I am very fallen. Adhama means, patita actually means fallen. Adhama means, what do you call it? Similarly, the word pamara also they use. And then, kuvishaya padi gavaino, like that he says, I am fallen in a dark well. So, he is actually self-deprecating himself, and the other hand he is praising Mahaprabhu as the deliverer of patitas. Correct, no? So, in this way, by self-deprecating oneself and praising others' greatness, here you can see each of them is doing it. Mahaprabhu is doing it, Sarvam Bhattacharya is doing, Gopinath Acharya is doing, everybody. Gopinath Acharya is praising Bhattacharya having become a wonderful devotee. So, either they are praising others or they are talking themselves to be small. Correct, no? And then these kind of exchanges happens when there is a prasadam program. And people come together. The devotees get to exchange with each other. So somebody asked Prabhupada, how can we do our work daily? Along with that, we have to remember the Lord. It's a little difficult. Work also we have to do. Remember Krishna also, it's difficult. Prabhupada said, in the night in your home, when you eat dinner, do you eat with your family members or you do exchange love with your family members? Prabhupada asked. Which one you do? Both. Correct, no? You eat also, at the same time we lovingly exchange. Hey, give him more. Give him this item. Give him that item. We say, I know he likes this item. Like in our home, mother used to make this. There's one item called sevai, they call it. Sevai, you know that? Like a noodle type of thing. Actually, it's only one item they would make with a white color item. In that you can mix many things. Coconut powder you can mix. You can put, tomato, You can also put lemon. You can make with lemon also. Varieties. So she would make all these things and keep it in different boxes like this. And then when you keep it, ultimately basic ingredient is only one. But there are different tastes. Now when you start serving, you will be sure that everybody has a liking for different one. Correct, no? And that's why you find some person want to take one item, more quantity. Another person want to take another item, more quantity. So you need to know who likes what. If the family member tells, hey, he likes this lemon item very much. And that person is feeling a little shy, but then when they serve more, that's how the loving exchange happens. Even in ordinary circles you see that. But when there is a devotional circle, they become humble genuinely, like Vaishnava they behave. So Prabhupada said, you are able to lovingly exchange in a family while eating. In the same manner, you should offer all your services to Krishna by lovingly offering. It's possible to combine both, like the Prabhupada said. So in this way, this whole prasadam program is a love exchanging program between the devotees. And the devotees' love, devotees' respect for each other, and devotees' gravity, their humility, and their feelings of affection and satisfaction, everything increases when prasadam is taken in this type of consciousness. So therefore, one of the things I always want to see is the prasadam program is also one type of seva it is. It's called prasad seva, we call it. So when I used to go to temple, I've seen in Bombay, First everybody is made to sit, isn't it, in panktis. Then the serving is done. You go to the people, and the serving is done in a uniform way. First you serve sabjis, correct? Then you serve chapati, then you serve rice, dal. Everybody is served. And when serving is going on, what do? Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahm, correct? No? We recite, chant like that. Then all the Vaishnavas recite the prayer. And then after everybody's prayer is over and the serving is also over. When everybody is ready, then the spiritual master, whoever is, so he would take first. I have seen in Grand Chopar temple there. So he would come and take first. As soon as he starts, then immediately everybody will start. And then we will have Yekalave Prabhu sitting there in one asan. And then he will have this Tanpura, like Narada Muni. Like that he would play the, Veena type of, the Tanpura? Like Veena. And he would read Prabhupada pastime. Srila Prabhupada arrived. Like that he would play along with the music. And he would read very softly, very beautifully Lila Amrita, pastime of Prabhupada. And he had already marked and chosen special sections from Lila Amrita, which will be very enlivening to hear. Not that you read everything. When you read certain sections, it's very inspiring. So selected sections with lessons and everything. And you would softly, slowly read. And after some people have finished, still they will sit and continue hearing. Because hearing is so nice, you can go on hearing. And then when Maharaj will get up and wash the hands, still everybody will wait. When Maharaj goes out of the hall to his room, and he climbs up the staircase, everybody will get up after that. And everybody, although they would get up, they would generally go in a row. First person goes first, second, third, fourth, they would wash like that. They would wash. So why I am telling you this, there is a kind of, and then at the end, after everybody's prasad is over, Maharaj also will say, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, they would say. And in Jew temple I have observed, during the prasad time, they read Chaitanya Charitamrita in that hall. One old man used to read. And it would go on and on for years, correct, no? So many years they would be reading. So nice it would be. So, by this what happens? The prasadam program also becomes an opportunity for spiritual advancement. Otherwise, what happens? You serve in buffet system. And then people come. I take my plate, you take your plate, everybody sits. And you sit in different places. And then everybody puts a earphone. I hear one lecture, you hear your lecture because you have to prepare for giving some lecture. And one is sitting here, one is sitting there. People, if you keep 9 o'clock, then 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, at different time people come. By the time some people come at 9:20, already half the people are gone, correct, no? It's not a very good culture it is. So we have to bring this type of culture. And generally this type of organized culture is very much easy for newcomers, In colleges and voices we do that. But in all places if we can follow this, in Yatra also we try to follow, correct, no? So why we do this? This is one style of eating prasadam with all the Vaishnavas. And another style of eating prasad, here you find Mahaprabhu and all the senior devotees are sitting in one place. There is no reading going on, but there is a very nice exchange, loving exchange going on between them. This is also not a bad idea if devotees, of course you have to make sure you chew the prasadam properly so that it will digest. Otherwise in laughing and talking, if you don't chew, actually in the Vedic times if you see, these people from Bengali Vaishnavas could come to Puri for 4, 5 months in a year. They were not an IT job going in the morning and coming at 9 o'clock at night. It was not a hectic life. City life is extremely hectic, correct, no? In villages, people put the crops and there is a time to reap the crops and you have ample of time after that. They could come. So I think prasadam also they would have taken leisurely, I think. There's no hurry-burry, correct, no? And they must not have had any fast food or anything. Here you can, by the items only you can know what kind of prasadam program was it. It is not a fast food means they have a rod like this and one round table in the top. And then run to the office. Bhaga. They come in the night. It's like that. So that's not the type of eating they're doing. It's very nice. Actually, one thing every person has to think in life. It's not that right now I am earning money and then I will enjoy my life at a later stage. No. In Vedic life, every moment is an opportunity for relishing your life. Moment after moment. It's like, Actually, somebody may ask, okay, I will do Krishna consciousness, and when will the result come? What is the result? What is the result? The result we are already experiencing now. Here, these people, if you see, they are taking very nice prasadam, and they are exchanging love. What more you want? Correct, no? And they are rightly situated because they are following the Shastra. Aligned with Shastra, and the bhoga offered to Jagannath, they are eating prasadam and having very nice loving exchanges. So we should not think that I will do Krishna consciousness now and the result will come at the end of my life, Ante Narayana Smriti, and I will go back to Godhead. Actually, that is not a very complete understanding. Complete understanding means, right now you are Krishna conscious devotee means you have already attained the fruit of... for me, if you ask me, living in material consciousness is like hellish. Now that you come to the fold of devotees, you are chanting Hare Krishna, taking prasad, dancing in front of the deities, leading a clean life in mode of goodness. This itself is the fruit of your, practice, isn't it? Of course, you will also go back to Godhead, that a later thing. But here itself, it is like back to Godhead, now only. Correct, no? So that is the way they are leading their life. So prasadam should be done as a seva, prasad seva. Yeah. Bhakta mahima badaite, bhakte sukha dite, Mahaprabhu vinanya nahi trijagate. Yeah.
Thus there is no one within these three worlds, save for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always so willing to increase the glories of the devotees and give them satisfaction.
You see, Mahaprabhu will actually make a glass piece into diamond and he will never take the credit for doing. That is his nature. He has transformed Prakashanand Saraswati and Sarvam Bhattacharya, so many people. But Mahaprabhu will never take the credit. That's how he gives satisfaction to everybody. Actually, this is Radharani's mood. Radharani will always consider, like if, all the other gopis to be superior to herself. Correct, no? So Mahaprabhu was in that mood always. Yeah. See, Kapila Dev and Devhuti and subject matter devotion service is found in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. So, here why Prabhupada is saying this, in the narration of Lord Kapila, he will talk about devotion service in Tamaguna, devotion service in Rajaguna, and devotion service in Sattaguna. Maybe a little bit I can show you. Oh, I think it is going to this thing, I think. Okay. Abhisandaya yohimsam. Okay, this is another verse. Okay, I'll show you. Dambam matsaryam evava samrambhi bhinnadrik bhavam Mayi kuryat satamasaha. See, 5 bad qualities he's saying. Devotion service performed in ignorance. 329.8. He's saying, Himsa means one who is violent in his thought, word and deed. Dhambam means one who is unnecessarily proud. Matsaryam means one who is envious. Samrambhi means angry. And Bhinnadrik means separatist mentality. These 5 qualities are in Tamaguna. So, if a person is blending his devotion service with these items, he is considered, so Prabhupada saying here, see, envious, proud, violent, angry, and separatist. Here in the second paragraph is something very nice. You can see that. You can read this. Just 1 minute. Yeah.
One who approaches the Supreme Lord to render devotional service, but who is proud of his personality, envious of others, or vengeful, is in the mode of anger. He thinks that he is the best devotee. Devotional service executed in this way is not pure. It is mixed.
Yesterday I was reading, I was speaking on Keshi, where I had prepared for the demons in Vrindavan Lila. Keshi represents a proud devotee who thinks he is better than the best of the devotees. So, like some people think that, oh, I never sleep in chanting. Look at me, how alert I am, and look at that fellow, he is dozing in chanting. Or he thinks that, Nirjal, last 10 years I am doing Nirjal Ekadashi. Some people feel like that. And then they see, hey, these guys are eating 3 times a day, sense gratifiers. He thinks like that. And sometimes one thinks that, oh, I am the best speaker. Nobody can speak colorfully, very intelligently. Nobody can remember so many shlokas as they recite, and one considers oneself very intelligent devotee. One thinks like that. But all these people who are proud of their own abilities, so how do they exhibit that pride? Can you say? How do they exhibit their pride? They exhibit their pride by boasting about themselves. And how do they boast? Through the mouth. Therefore, Krishna put the hand in Keshi's mouth. And he blocked the throat. Keshi. Oh! And Keshi died because of that. So this Keshi is the proud, boastful mentality. So one has to give up this boasting nature and proud of one's personality. Actually, then the devotion service doesn't come out well. Then the devotion service becomes not very pleasant. So then actually it's susukam kartam avyayam, we say, no? Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukam kartam avyayam. Which means if we do devotion service like the way Mahaprabhu did, like the way Gopinath Acharya did, Swarup Damodar did, Jagadananda did. So when we are having this type of exchanges, then that will actually make the devotion service feel susukam, correct, now for everybody. But because what happens with us, why are we not able to be like them? Because we still have some tamaguna and rajaguna and sattaguna mixed with our devotion service. So if you read this Kapila section, as Prabhupada says, if we can make an effort to give up these things, then we can gradually grow. Read it? Devotion service. Devotion service executed in
Devotional
this
service
way.
executed in this way is not pure. It is mixed and is of the lowest grade, tamasaha. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur advises that a Vaishnava who is not of good character should be avoided. A Vaishnava is one who has taken the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the ultimate goal of life. But if one is not pure and still has motives, then he is not a Vaishnava of the first order, of good character. One may offer his respects to such a Vaishnava because he has accepted the Supreme Lord as the ultimate goal of life. But one should not keep company with a Vaishnava who is in the mode of ignorance.
So now, coming back to this 5 things, violent, proud. Proud I told you just now. Envious means he cannot tolerate the glories of other devotees. If somebody does something extraordinary, he wants to suppress him, or he wants to outsmart him, or he wants to take away the facility by which one is able to perform better than him. These are all envious. Para utkarsha asahanam. Sridhar Swami gives definition of matsarata. Para utkarsha asahanam. He says. In the same manner, angry devotee means who, for example, if like sometimes there are meetings, you call 8 or 10 devotees for a meeting. In the meeting it is decided that a particular department or devotee will not be given the sanction of some money. He wants 1 lakh, but that 1 lakh is given to another department or something. Then this devotee wants to walk out of the meeting. One should not walk out because other Vaishnavas are there. And sometimes he gets very angry that why this amount is not allotted to our department service, it's allotted to another department. We have been wanting it last 6 months or something. So that means one doesn't know how to present one's need in a very civilized way. One doesn't know. He yells, he shouts, that he demands like that. And if his demand, and another example of people becoming angry is, my opinion is the best opinion. Nobody else can have a better opinion than mine. Then if his opinion is not passed, then he'll get very angry. I am walking out because my opinion was not taken seriously. He doesn't understand how everybody's opinion can be passed. There are so many other people also giving opinion. There has to be some joint decision made by the superiors. So these kind of people become violent, or they can become angry, proud. Violent means snap decisions. One will not think twice before making a decision. there are certain things one should not decide instantly. Rather, if you give some time, then we can thoughtfully make a decision. So therefore, these are all in mode of ignorance. One should avoid these things. Vishayana visandhaya yasha aishwaryam eva va archada varchayet yomam pratak bhavaha sarajasaha 329:9. Yeah?
The worship of deities in the temple by separatists with a motive for material enjoyment, fame and opulence is devotion in the mode of passion.
Yeah. Somebody is praying to the deities of the Lord, but his motive is for material enjoyment. Or he want to become famous. There are people who do exclusive Lakshmi Puja kind of thing. Also for expanding their money. Or like somebody may say, I am worshipping this Trishul because they got 5 lakh rupees in lottery by worshipping Trishul. I am also worshipping. Some people do like that. This is for the materialistic people. But in the field of devotional service, even an organization like ours, can somebody be in the mode of passion? How? That means, one wants to enjoy the privileges and the facilities that are actually given for Krishna service. Actually, we should take minimum facilities for ourselves and maximum things for Krishna service. For example, we are offering bhoga to Krishna. We should be eager to offer the best bhoga to Krishna. Prabhupada says, first class rasagullas, first class sandesh, first class Prabhupada says. But when it comes to eating ourselves, we should be ready to eat very meager prasad, simple khichdi. And in case somebody comes and distributes Mahaprasad to everybody a little bit, we can accept it. But if somebody makes a plan and he runs here and there, iti uti dhai, what is that verse? Jivera lala saye iti uti dhai, Shishnodara parayana Krishna nahi pai. It says that here and there a man runs demanding Mahaprasad. Here they are a little strict, we will get there. If you go there you get more easily. So you go there, go here, catch this senior devotee, catch that senior devotee, beg for some special Mahaprasad or keep it in the locker when look around, no one is there. Somebody comes on the way, you are trying to suppress this kind of, this is actually eating for material enjoyment, neither he says. Similarly, stocking money for thinking that I will use it in Krishna service later, one can end up using it for materialistic purposes. Like sometimes Grihastha may think, the Diwali bonus has come, what to do? And there's a big fight at home. Why? Because nobody knows how to use that money, extra money has come. But if they decide that 25% of the money we will give it to Krishna, then there will be no fight, it becomes yajna. So some people think that, like one man asked me, Prabhuji, I am thinking that right now I am paying EMI for the house and I am also saving some money for my post-retirement. Is it all right? I first save now and later on I will give money to Krishna. I said, see, ultimately giving money to Krishna is whose choice? Your choice. But think about it, later means when? Next lifetime? Because now you have to pay EMI 15 years and then you will save money till your 60 years of retirement or something. And after that you may want to give, but who can say who will live how long? Isn't it? So therefore we should always be in a mood that every day I am eating food, prasadam, correct no? Are we saying that after 60 years I will eat, till then I will save? So just as you are eating every day you are, and also you are purchasing dresses for the Diwali, New Year. So in these things we don't compromise. Similarly for giving to Krishna also we don't compromise. So otherwise what happens? The motive becomes material enjoyment. Somebody says, Prabhu, we are planning to move to an individual bungalow so that we can have programs. Actually we want to use it in Krishna service, therefore we are moving to a bungalow. Programs when? Yearly once we want to do Janmashtami in our home. So is it really worth to go to a big house, independent bungalow? Now you are living in a 2 BHK. Now you want to go for independent bungalow with independent compound wall. So it's really a question mark whether you are actually taking the house for Krishna service or you are taking for material enjoyment. Correct, no? If you say that, Prabhu, we are doing a program in this 2 BHK house, now 40, 50 people are coming, the hall is becoming small, so we are taking a independent bungalow, so that the weekly program can have, instead of 50, 60 people, now let 120 people come. Then it's not for mental enjoyment. It's clear, no? It's very clear. If you think think a little bit loud, you can immediately say whether one is doing something for mental enjoyment or for Krishna service. The same manner, am I practicing and preaching Krishna consciousness for fame and opulence? Like for example, in Back to Godhead magazine, Prabhupada did not want the Karmi advertisements to be put. Because devotees told Prabhupada, if you can put this iron and steel industries advertisement or some fashionable model standing for posing for some buying dress or something, they said, Prabhupada, the entire magazine will be sponsored. Prabhupada said, I don't want to be sponsored. If somebody gives charity, with that you run this magazine. But we don't want to put advertisements. Why? Because you are reading a very divine article and then last page you see somebody is posing, showing their body. All the punya you will get will be finished. Your spiritual enthusiasm will be dried up by looking at that, advertisement which is mundane. So Prabhupada said, don't mix up this mundane and spiritual. In the same manner, many people told me that in your YouTube channel, if you, beyond 1,000, you will start getting, what do you call it? You'll get special money. But if you want that money, what they will do? Advertisement they will do. And then people have to say, skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. So I said, don't go for it. I said, we may not get that money, but we can save our viewers from watching those horrible ads. There are so many ads like that. So why I am telling you, in the path of devotion service, we have to be very clear why are we doing what we are doing. Our goal is not to earn money. Even when we are preaching to people also, our intention should be to see them becoming devotees. Like Mahaprabhu had no other intention from Bhattacharya. He simply wanted to see Bhattacharya become a devotee. That's all. That is a good heart or a kind heart or a well-wishing heart. Don't keep any other agendas in the mind. Like for example, this Prataprudra wants to meet me. If I can meet him, he can give this, he can. If you make a plan, lot of plans, then that now you may say we are running an organization, should we not plan? Okay, you plan, but if the planning becomes too much, then your bhajan will be affected. So therefore, who can plan? Gurus can plan. Acharya like Prabhupada can plan. Otherwise, in our level, oftentimes, when we too much make material plans, those material plans catch our, samadhaya, what it was? Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam, taya apahrita chetasam, vyavasayatmika buddhir, samadhavana vidiyate. So we should not try to increase our material opulences, or we should not try to increase our fame or material enjoyment. Then we become separatist. And the worship of the deity is done without proper understanding. So this is actually mode of passion, he's saying. Yeah.
When the target is made in terms of which audience we want to preach and everything.
Yes.
So in the meetings also and all, we have like sometimes discussion about this people, this kind of people we want, this we want, like that.
Yeah, there is a limit for that. Correct, no? See, we certainly want very intelligent people to dedicate their lives. So we look for very intelligent people to come to this movement. But if you make that the only goal, then many wrong things happen. For example, if some apparently mediocre devotee coming up, you may reject him, but tomorrow he may become pure devotee. There are people like that. That's one thing that happens. And also you may give too much respect to the toppers. When you give too much respect, they also they get heavyweight. They get too proud also, and they will spoil the show. Correct, no? There are many problems which will come. Therefore, we can look for good devotees, but we can't overemphasize these things. See here, Prabhupada says, read that. He wants
to become famous or opulent by utilizing the mercy or grace of the Supreme Lord. He's in the mode of passion.
Yeah. He wants to use like for example, mercy of the Lord, but for what purpose? Yeah. Like for example, somebody may go and stand next to spiritual master and click a photo and say I'm standing with spiritual master, correct? No? That means you are using Guru to become more famous, correct? No? Actually, these are very commonly understandable examples. There are many people, even if their Guru doesn't call them, they may immediately go to Guru, Maharaj, you want to talk to me here? people. They are over enthusiastic for this, only so that they will be socially validated as somebody very important, very close to Guru. Actually, these are all very subtle things. Only one person is observing all this. Who is it? Super soul. Yeah, he knows what is going on in whose mind. Externally, we cannot judge anybody. It's very difficult. So we have to be very careful. Yeah. Karma nirhara muddishya parasmin va tadarpanam yajet yashtavyam iti va pradag bhavaha sa satvikaha. Yeah.
When a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from the inabilities of fruitive activities, his devotion is in the mode of goodness.
Yeah. A devotee wants to go beyond the cycle of birth and death, or a devotee wants to purify his heart, so that he can be free from all sufferings. That is in mode of goodness. Because people in goodness often desire moksha. And Shuddha Bhakti, where a devotee desires only the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, that is in Vishuddha Sattva, beyond the three gunas. So in this way, Prabhupada is asking us to refer to these verses because, coming back to this one, here he says, there is no one within these three worlds except Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who is always so willing to increase the glories of the devotees and give them satisfaction, like that he says. So now what remains is the mock fight between Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya is going to start in the next verse. 187 we will start the next class, and Netrotsav. These two will get over in one class and this chapter will be completed. And then comes a very amazing chapter which is Rath Yatra, which will be the 13th chapter. Lord's ecstatic dancing and Rath Yatra, that will start. So one class we will take to complete this 12th chapter. Today I had to devote time for explaining this, which was also very important for practical application. Srila Prabhupada ki, or Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.